Hello,
Hello,
table
table
tennis
tennis fans.
fans.
Okay, so the internet can be a pretty toxic place at times, full of haters, trolls, AI slop, all kinds of horrible stuff. But in the 18 months or so that I've been making videos on YouTube about table tennis, one thing I have learned is that the table tennis community on YouTube is actually pretty nice, pretty good people. And I've made some
Oh,
good friends, had some great conversations. And somebody reached out to me in the chat, a man named Jin Young Kim, who lives in South Korea. And he said, let's make a video. Let's have a chat about table tennis. So, Jin Young
yes, yes.
Kim, say hello to everyone.
Hello, my name is Jin Young Kim, a fan of table tennis. Nice to meet you, Ash.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too. So, let's talk table tennis. Let's get into it. I recently went to South Korea, and
Yes, yes.
what surprised me was that I saw Shin Yubin on the
Mm-hmm.
front of milkshake bottles in every 7-Eleven, every
Ah,
single shop
yeah.
there. And
Wait,
as an English person who loves table tennis, I know all these table tennis players, but Liam Pitchford, Paul Drinkle, you would never see them on the front of products in shops. And if it did, it would say Liam Pitchford, professional table tennis player.
I would love it. I would love it. Please do Liam Pitchford something.
Yeah, I don't know what you could sponsor.
But it's
Yeah,
it's different, right? It's different. I mean, Shin Yu-bin is pretty popular in Korea. She does some commercials. She even does like banana milk commercials.
yes, that was what I saw. The banana
What's
milk.
the one you saw? The
Yes,
the yellow banana milk.
yeah, everyone's
Ah,
drinking that in Korea. That's
yeah,
I didn't quite understand it. We bought it and it was all right, but I didn't quite understand why it was quite so popular.
it was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, but in general in South Korea, are table tennis players well-known figures? So let's say someone like Jang Woo
Mm,
Jin. Would most people in South Korea know who he is? Would they recognize him if he walked down the street?
um, I honestly think they would not be as popular as like football players, but many people will know, I think. I mean Ryu Seung-min is very popular.
Yeah.
Ryu Seung-min. Because he is
Well,
like
he's an Olympic gold medalist.
Olympian. He's a gold medalist, and he has reached some high status and like uh in uh, I mean he's a IOC Olympian, and he is a president of, what do you call it, like Korean sports something. He is the president,
Yeah.
I think. Many
So,
people.
yeah. Do you think table tennis in South Korea is sort of
Mhm.
a well-respected sport? Is it up there with, I don't know, baseball I saw was really popular there, basketball,
Mhm.
football, soccer. Where would table tennis rank in South Korea?
I would say it will rank pretty high.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think basketball is that much respected and big in Korea. I mean, it's big, but I think table tennis might be above basketball
Yeah.
in Korea. Yeah. Uh, and table tennis was a very maybe a favorite sport because in Korea, because uh, in 1988 the first Olympic gold medalist was Yoonam Kyu. You know,
Yes, in
it,
1988. Yeah.
it was, and the Olympic was held in Seoul, which is amazing. And the first ever Olympic gold medalist was a Korean, which is
Mm,
unbelievable.
yeah.
And so at that time, from that time, and maybe when, Hyun Jung-hwa, do you know Hyun Jung-hwa? She's
No.
a she's a woman Korean table tennis player before. She plays penhold short pimple. She was a great player, and she won the world championships
Okay.
singles. And players like Kim Taek-soo and Ryu Seung-min, who won in 2004, as you know.
Mm.
I think at that time was the peak in Korea. Now
Do you think it's dropping down or
I think it's again going up. I
okay?
think. Yes, yes, yes.
That's good.
And
Yeah,
amateur.
in England, I would say table tennis is not a respected sport. People see it. There are
Mm,
lots of table tennis clubs all around the country, and there is an active league I play in. But outside of that league,
mhm.
no one could probably name any table tennis players. They would probably refer to it as ping pong. There's kind of like some kind of I don't know, a game you might play with some friends on holiday, that kind of thing.
It's not a
So it's
sport.
not a sport, really. Yeah, which
Mm.
is, I
I
mean,
I I, I kind of understand. Kind of
yeah.
understand.
So that's interesting that contrast. But enough of discussing the comparative
Mhm.
status of table tennis in South
Mhm.
Korea and England. You had some questions you wanted to ask, some talking points.
I mean, I wish table tennis will get bigger in England too.
I think it
Uh,
could. I think it
yeah.
could. There's a good grassroots table tennis
Mhm.
scene in my local area. There's lots of really good active clubs with plenty of youngsters coming through. It's not
Mhm.
mainstream, but it's got a good basis. So I think maybe in 20, 30 years, maybe if there's one breakout English or British talent that could win an Olympic medal, for example, I think people would then take notice.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
Anna Hersey, maybe she's still really young. She's only 18. She's
Wait,
not
wait, wait.
English. Anna
Anna what?
Hersey.
Anna Hersey. Okay,
Yeah, so she's currently ranked maybe like 80 in the world, but she's still only 18.
that's
Um,
amazing. That's amazing.
and I don't know, she's got something about her. She's got that kind of bounce that like Mima Ito, the Japanese players have that kind of like
Yes, yes.
bouncy start at the table where they're kind of she's short like them as well. And I don't know, I think she's got prospects that are pretty high. I think she's quite ambitious as well. And
Mm,
maybe if she could win an Olympic medal or a world championship medal, maybe that would start changing the conversation. She's not English, she's actually Welsh. But
mm.
the thing about England is if they're Welsh or Scottish, we ignore them until they win something, and then they're British. Then they're ours. Um, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I would.
that could maybe she's I don't know. She's probably at least on the women's side the
Of
biggest
great
prospect
potential.
we've had. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I wish her a good future.
yeah, yeah.
Do many people play table tennis in England? England?
Yes and no.
Yes.
So in our my area is quite a rural area.
Mm.
It's only small towns and
What's rural?
so countryside. It's not cities. It's like small villages and small towns, that kind of thing. There
Okay.
is maybe um, 15 clubs in our area, and each of them
Mm.
maybe has. So in our club, we've got about 30 table tennis players, which is not bad. And there's another club that's got 50, another one that's got 100. Um, it's quite a small percentage of the overall population, but these are decent sized clubs, and so and that sort of kind of reflects how the rest of the country is. These are not
Mm.
massive
Yeah,
leagues. There's not loads of
I get
clubs, but
I get it.
there is a good base still.
Good
It's
base.
I'd probably say it's like the I don't know, maybe 10th most popular sport,
Mm.
something like that. I mean, nowhere near compared to like football,
Korea. I mean,
soccer.
oh, football, soccer. Okay. I mean, in Korea, there are so many table tennis clubs. So many. They're everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Do you
an
play in a
amateur.
club?
I used to. I learned
Mm,
table tennis from a very good coach.
yeah. And
Yeah.
do you play like Ryu Min Penhold
No,
style?
no, no. I play shaken. I use this T-Mobile ALC blade.
Oh yeah.
Which blade do you use?
I've got a Xeum, Exium.
Axiom. You
Yeah,
got yeah.
yeah. Korean brand. Yeah,
You love Korea, okay.
yeah. I'm trying to remember what it is. Ignita is that one?
Ignita. Is it like wood, not carbon?
No, it's carbon inner.
Inner carbon. That's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah,
Hugo is Axiom, right?
yeah.
My
I
brother
do
on
actually have. I
uh,
recently bought it. Um,
Hugo Hall.
I bought the Jekyll and Hyde that he has.
Yeah,
Uh,
the rubber, right?
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be nothing like Hugo, but I can
No,
dream. I can dream.
I saw your videos on YouTube, and you do like 20 minutes or short to long videos of your table tennis insights, and it was very special because not many people do that in table
Mm.
tennis. I mean, other sports maybe, but not in table tennis. I've seen some professional players doing some like vlogs,
Mm. Yeah,
but
Iba
not.
Dior
Yeah. Oh,
is a good one. Yeah, no,
exactly. But
I watch all of these. Yeah,
you watch those stuff? Do
yeah,
you watch like table tennis daily?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're
I've been
so
watching
popular.
table tennis dailies
Wait, dang,
forever.
it's English, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Then that's okay. Okay.
yeah,
Wait. Okay. I'm just gonna ask this because it pops on my mind.
yeah.
Who is your favorite table tennis player? Who is your
Right.
favorite table tennis player?
I do absolutely love Felix Lebrun.
Felix, bro.
I just
I actually. Wait. I've got just a second. Ah, I have his signature. Can't find it right now.
you've got his
I,
signature.
I have a mini racket and I got his signature. I mean, I'm not I'm,
Oh,
I'm
that's so
not the one
cool.
who got it. Someone else got it, but he gave it to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I just love.
Felix
I love
LeBron.
how like unexpected he you see him, and he
Hmm.
looks like the kid next door. He looks like he doesn't look like a top. I think he's sort of growing into it, but when he first came on, he was like 15. He looked like this school kid with the
So
glasses and like, and then he's playing Penhold from Europe, which is like again so random. And
I have
again, he's
Felix
got a
style glasses. I wear these
oh
when I
yes,
play table tennis, and
nice,
Felix LeBron gave me the confidence to
yeah.
wear glasses. I mean, I'm joking, but yeah,
No, the
yeah,
Broom brothers are doing so much for glasses wearers all around the world.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they're
yes,
making glasses wearers think they can be top athletes as well. Yeah,
yes, yes. But I don't think they're wearing sports glasses. They're just normal glasses, I think.
it looks
No,
like it.
it
Yeah,
looks like normal glasses.
I think that's why I like it so much. He looks like he's just come out of school,
Mm,
and he's just like I don't know. Just they're just so unexpected. They're not like
mm.
they're not out of the
They're not
Chinese
like,
factory
I
mold of like
I
they're
mean,
kind
they're
of
definitely at the similar or even like same level, but their playing style, their serving style is very different, I think.
yeah. I think that's
Uh,
part of it as well. Just the like they come as a pair as well. Like that makes it even more like fun. There's these like two brothers, like looking kind of nerdy, kind of dorky, uh, and they play in like really interesting ways. I mean, a European penhold. I know there's Dang Chu as well,
yes,
and
yes.
penhold like historically, if you go back to like the
Wang
1930s, there was European penholders, but
1930.
yeah, back then there was, but in
You,
the last
you
sort
even,
of
they
60
even made
years,
videos from way before. Do you like, are you interested in table tennis history?
I when I started this channel, I did actually start making
Yeah,
sort of historical videos, and that's what like surprised me. Initially, there was like back in when you go back to 1926,
yes.
100 years ago when the first World Championship, penhold was like penhold was like
That
the
was the
normal
only grip.
style.
That was the only grip, wasn't it?
There were people using like shake hands or like
Oh, really?
uh,
It existed.
this kind of
Okay.
grip as well, but yeah, penhold was like the norm back then. That was
Yes, yes.
considered to be like the standard way of doing it, and
And
then
short pulls was the norm, I think.
yeah, well, there was no sponge back then.
Uh,
That only came in when the Japanese players started doing it in the 50s. But
okay.
it's interesting how like um, penhold sort of became oh that's the way like Asian players play, or that's an Asian thing to do, and
Yes.
Europeans they play shake hands. But I like that. Like Felix Lebrun has just come out of nowhere. This kid is like, no, we're gonna reclaim it, and I feel like this like penhold is like a unique thing to table tennis,
It
and that's
is.
why we need
Right.
more pen holders. I think so. That's why I love Felix Lebrun so much. He's
Mm.
just Unexpected.
Is it unexpected? Maybe Alexei is more unexpected and it serves. I don't know. I'm not, but if you have to choose from Alexei between Alexei and Felix, you choose Felix.
Oh yeah. I like
I,
Alexis.
I,
So
I
he's
like
like
them both, but
yeah.
Felix is really cool. Felix
Yeah.
is really cool.
What about you? Who's your favorite player?
Oh, thanks for asking. Uh, I like really many players, but if you have to choose one, I have to say Malo. I have to
Yeah.
say Malo. But everyone likes him, and
Yeah.
everyone liked him for so long time. I've liked him for so long time. So you um kind of get sick. What how do you say it?
It's
Kind
kind of
of
like saying like who's your favorite footballer, and it's like oh Lionel Messi. You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
obvious, but it's true
It's kind of.
as well.
But if you have to choose one, it's Malone.
Yeah.
But I really like many players. I like Chinese players. I like European players.
Another, I think another question that you were gonna ask is what's your favorite match of all time?
Okay,
Uh,
yes, I was gonna ask that.
yeah. Well, that kind of relates to another player I do love, Jusei
Uh,
Hyuk. Uh,
Tuesday, is it versus T-Mobile?
yes, the
The World Cup, right?
2011 quarterfinal.
Yes. When Tuesday won the seventh set, maybe,
Yeah,
and the 9-9 rally, I think, was the most fun to watch rally maybe of all time.
yeah.
Really, I should watch. We should go watch it again.
I watch that
It's,
video like every couple years. I'm gonna watch that video again. I
I
just
think it
like
was
it's like a marathon.
was it in Paris? I don't remember the
It
World
was
Cup.
it was
It
definitely
was
in France. I don't know if
uh,
it was in Paris, but yeah, I
the
think
French spectators are really great. I think
yes, yeah,
because you agree. I mean, you don't have any like negative thoughts about French. Oh, your favorite players is Felix
yeah. Well, we're thinking
because
about
you're
when that Olympics, the Paris Olympics. That was one thing that was really great. Was the crowd were really
yes,
into it.
yeah. This is completely off topic, but is English and French relationship bad right now too? Uh,
No.
it's not bad, right?
No, in a
Do people
jokey, in
do
a
people
jokey
hate
way. In a jokey
joking?
way, people are like, "Oh, France, the French," but actually, and they're like, "Oh God, he's English. He's so like such a brute. He's such a like thug,
Mm.
English thugs, hooligans." But actually, we do like each other. Really, we have a lot in common, France and
We all should be friends.
yeah.
For example, Korea and Japan should be friends more.
Mm.
And Korea is the only united nation in the world, a divided nation in the world.
Yes, yeah. One day,
One day. And what's so amazing is in 1991, um,
mm.
uh, you know,
I know exactly what you're gonna say, but yeah, you tell it. You probably tell it better than me because I only know the basics of what kind of happened.
they made a single team, North Korea and South Korea, same team together, uh, players playing in the same team,
Mm.
and it happened in table tennis, which is really kind of symbolic, I should say. Very, very special, I think. Maybe it
Yeah,
can happen in the future.
yeah. I mean, I think with table tennis, what I've, in its history as well, is probably more than any other sport. You think about that ping pong diplomacy
Yeah.
uh, when the Chinese um, team invited the American team over in 1971 or whatever it was. I know there was
Oh,
loads of politics in the background, but that kind of like was the catalyst for America and China to sort of become more
mm.
friendly. I know there was all kinds of other stuff going on in the background, but yeah, it was table tennis again.
It was table tennis. So table tennis can bring people together.
Yeah, and I think when I started making videos, one thing
Hmm.
that really worried me is I was going to get loads of like troll comments, loads of
Do
like
you get like troll comments?
Not very often. I've had like one or two, which is
Yeah.
crazy, really, because sometimes I look under the comments under like soccer, people doing similar stuff that I do on maybe they've got a soccer fan, a football fan channel. It's full of like horrible stuff, really like racist stuff, sexist stuff, just stuff just like about people's appearance, about horrible stuff. And I've had almost nothing, and even the couple negative comments I had have been more just like, you don't know anything about table tennis, or yeah, that's a really stupid opinion. And even then, that's kind of okay. Like that's still, it was nothing about my appearance or nothing like, nothing really like, yeah. So I would say table tennis is like a much friendlier world than I know. Supposedly, Chinese fan groups of like Sun Ying Shah are incredibly toxic online, but they're not on YouTube, so I've never come across them.
Yeah, they don't have YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, and maybe if they did, maybe it'd be different. If I made a video about Sun Ying Shah, they'd be like straight on me, like, yeah, how dare you talk about our favorite? But I even when I make a video about like, I say something like, oh, I love Felix Lebrun, everyone, even if they say like, oh, come on, he's not that good, you need to. It's still respectful. It's still, they don't necessarily agree with me, but I've got into a conversation with quite a few people from YouTube, and it's been really, even if they've disagreed with me, it's been really positive, which is strange. It surprised me anyway.
They're usually polite, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw one of your videos, and you predicted a North Korean player winning the World Championships.
I did, yeah.
On the women's side. Did you really expect her? I mean, I saw that match. Miwa Harimoto, I think, won.
She did, yeah.
And I mean, I didn't watch the full match, but I watched like half of it. But what I thought was the Kim Young's table tennis is crazy. It's just crazy. No one else plays like her. No one else, I think, can play like her. And in a sense, the playing style is kind of dirty. You don't want to play against her.
Yeah, anyone who uses pimples is dirty, in my opinion. But
why did you predict she would win?
So at the Asian Championships, was back in October. She won. Yeah, she beat Miwa Harimoto in the final. So she beat Sun Ying Shah in a team match that North Korea played against China in the team event. She beat her there. Sun Ying Shah at the time was probably a little bit injured. It was just after the Olympics as well, so I think she might have been on a bit of a low after that defeat to Chun Mung. But still, there was something in her game that seemed like something that Sun Ying Shah really struggles with. Sun Ying Shah's lost to that kind of pimples player before. Like she lost to in Busan, she lost to Ayuka Mukherjee, the Indian player, who's good player, but she's ranked what 50, 60 in the world, something like that. Not an elite player.
Not in the top 10.
No, exactly. And so, and really for me, it's about the World Championship. Who can stop Sun Ying Shah? And I thought Kim Young was going to be that person. I just didn't expect Miwa Harimoto to beat her first. I guess Miwa Harimoto probably learned a lot from playing her in that final previously.
It could have gone both ways. I mean, either way. But Miwa Harimoto won at the end. Very close match. I mean, both are incredible players.
Yeah. I mean, in North Korean players as well, just like it's for me. It's fascinating.
Oh, really?
That a player that
I don't
so little experience.
I don't get how they're that good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how are they practicing? What's going on in North Korea?
Where are they practicing with? They're so good in major tournaments. It's unbelievable.
It's it's. I think part of me was kind of like, so when I saw her at the Olympics, in the mixed doubles, and then following up with the Asian Championships. I think the mystery and the intrigue of the North Korean players kind of got me really excited about her, and like, oh wow, we've got someone who can stop Sung Ying-sha. Not that I have anything against Sung Ying-sha, but she's
maybe she could have. Maybe she could have.
Yeah.
Because Shin Yubin got 2 sets from her in the match versus Sun Ying-sha. She lost 2-4,
Yeah.
but could get 2 matches,
Yeah.
which is a very big accomplishment maybe.
It is, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Sun Ying-sha right now is all of the Chinese team are incredible, the women. But for me, Sun Ying-sha is like on another level.
I think Sun Ying-sha might be the best women table tennis player of all time. The best.
Yeah.
I'm talking about skill-wise and the level-wise. I think she might be the best of all time.
I think there is an argument for that, yeah.
Even surpassing players like Zhang Yining. I don't know Deng Yaping, but who do you think is the GOAT of women's table tennis? I think you made a video about that too.
I did. I think it was
Did you
Zheng.
Do you say Zhang Yining is the greatest?
What was, sorry, say that again?
Did you say Zhang Yining was the greatest in that video?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Based on purely on like record. I unfortunately in that era, table tennis was very hard to watch in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
So I having to go back and watch matches of hers, look at records to pick a greatest. So that's why I picked her. But I never saw her play, so that's kind of hard for me to. But in my table tennis watching career, when I've been watching it seriously, Sun Ying-sha is. So I've been watching table tennis properly, maybe for getting on for 15 years, I would say. Really seriously, maybe for the last 5-6 years.
You watched a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Sun Ying-sha is a level above all of the other Chinese players who are, again, a level above the rest of the world as well. So she's like another tier. I mean, I know Chun Meng beat her in that Olympics final, which is remarkable, but Chun Meng's gone now, and Chun Meng's record a world championship. She's not won any world championships. And Sun Ying-sha is going to be around at the next Olympics, I would reckon. Maybe trouble is with the Chinese players, they retire so young. If she was from another country, I would say Sun Ying-sha still got time to even become the greatest of all time, just in purely in winning records. But she might not be given that time. That's up to the Chinese national team, I think, unfortunately.
Sun Ying-sha. I mean, the crowd cheering for her is so crazy. It's I don't think I've seen it in any sport. I've heard it like in real time. I went to Busan last year.
Yeah.
And the Chinese players cheering for Sun Ying-sha. I got a feeling that this much cheering, China has to win. China has to win.
Yeah,
it's natural for China to win. It was held in Korea, in Busan. It was not China, but it felt like China.
Yeah, that's got to give you like another. They've got like an extra player there. And in football, you always talk about like the 12th man being the crowd. It's like if you've got the home crowd behind you, it's like having an extra player. It must be like that for Sun Ying-sha as well. I mean, maybe there's a lot of pressure that comes with it, but it's got to at least intimidate the opposition players. You think the whole crowd's. You must think the whole crowd is against you, and even if you're like another Chinese player as well, like when Chun Meng plays against Sun Ying-sha, like Chun Meng may as well be from another country. She like, yeah. That Chinese table tennis world fascinates me as well.
I think the way Chinese people see table tennis is different from other nations. I mean, they've won basically almost everything,
Mm,
uh, and I think their expectation levels and the way they treat the sport, the way they play the sport is kind of different. It's
yeah,
very deep in China, I think. I'm just guessing, but
yeah,
I, I many people honestly don't like China as a nation, as a country, and many people don't like Chinese people. And I used to kind of not like them too because I got a feeling that Chinese people are, I mean, they're normally like loud and kind of disrespectful. It's a stereotype. As you get to know them, they're really nice people, from my experience. But so um I used to like not like them that much, as many people did. But after knowing table tennis, I kind of began to respect Chinese
yeah,
because um this is just my opinion, but if you don't, if your mind is not good, you cannot play table tennis that good as the Chinese players.
yeah,
They have to be good people.
yes, yeah, yeah,
This is just my opinion.
yeah. With with China as well. If you took China away from table tennis,
Table tennis.
the sport would be so different. It would
The
like
level,
they
the
the level
level,
would be
maybe.
different, the style of play would be different, the little
Money.
money there is in world table tennis would be like even less.
Is there
Um,
little money? How do you know? Is there little money?
there,
Do you know the reality of world table tennis?
yeah, I mean, I don't know like player to player, but
Mm,
if you look at world table tennis, they always put their prize money up for each tournament.
it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and okay, if you get into the last 16, last eight, then
Yeah.
you know you can make a bit of money. But that's
Mm,
that's so few players. You got to think four of those are probably going to be Chinese players at least.
yes,
Um,
yes.
so let's say you're a player from I don't know Colombia or
Mm,
a nation where you haven't maybe got many table tennis supporters, but you're a really talented player.
mm,
If you could be a top 50 player in the world, so
mm.
really like the 50 best players in the world. Maybe there's like 100 Chinese players we don't know about who don't play world table tennis, but let's assume you're like the top Colombian player, you're like ranked 50 in the world. That's incredible. But you may, from your tournaments, you could probably barely afford to fly around the world and go to each of these tournaments. And if you don't make the last 32, the last 16, you probably lose money playing those tournaments. Um,
Just by that travel thing and a lot of
exactly, yeah. I think Iba Dior, we spoke briefly about his channel earlier, but he did a couple of vlogs and he
yeah,
basically
yeah.
kind of said the same that um, and Quadri Runa, he sort of mentioned sort of
Mm,
um, the fact that you know he goes to these tournaments and he's a top 20 player in the world,
mm.
and even he struggles to make money out of world table tennis
That is
unless he has
so
a really
sad.
good tournament.
That
Um,
is
he yeah, his stable money comes from playing for all these clubs around the world in these
able to.
these tournaments in these various leagues. You know, whether it is Bundesliga or the French league. That's
Mm,
how table tennis players can afford to be professionals. It's not from world table tennis unless you're like Felix Lebrun or Hugo Calderano, who are getting to the last stages.
yeah.
Um, I mean, it's probably varies from nation to nation because I know some nations their national governing body has money or it's a popular sport in their country and they can get sponsorship from various brands and they can afford to do it that way. But if you're
Mm,
not from one of those countries, it's very hard to make money just from world table tennis unless you're top 16 or even top 10, really.
that is kind of sad. I mean, table tennis should, I think, be more entertaining. And uh, if you just watch the game and the technique, especially from the side angle the WTT does.
Yeah,
From like normal people's view, maybe all matches look the same. Maybe
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the problem.
Well, I think about the people who I play table tennis with in my area.
Hmm.
They love table tennis. They'll play multiple times a week. They're really
Hmm.
serious about it, but not many of them actually watch
Watch, yeah.
professional table tennis. Um, Many of them probably couldn't name the world number one or name the last world champion, or which in any other sport that wouldn't happen. I think about who I
Yeah.
play cricket with. Everyone I play
Mm,
cricket with knows exactly what's going on in the English
mm,
county league. They know what's going on in international cricket. They know what's going
mhm.
on in Australian leagues and leagues all around the world. But
They
in
know
table
every
tennis, it's not the same. And actually, I don't have many people around me who I can actually talk
table tennis.
table tennis to. There's
Uh,
maybe one or two in my club who I could say, "Oh, did you watch the World Championships?" And they might go,
mm,
"Yeah, I saw. I saw the last 16 or whatever it might be." But that's one or two people, and that's probably table tennis's biggest
mhm,
barrier is actually getting people to watch, even people who already play the sport.
mm.
And that's where the money comes from: people watching and the interest.
I think it's really hard for players too, but because they had to win, they have to win.
Mm,
They're just doing their best. I don't know what we could do. Maybe channels like Pongfinity,
yeah.
of course. Uh, I mean, table tennis competitive part is also very beautiful,
Mm,
but mm, it's hard. It, like in exhibition matches when you like see players lobbing from behind,
yeah.
that's also fun. But the real competitive, very very nervous, tense, competitive
Yeah.
uh, table tennis match is also beauty. But uh, I don't think it's expressed enough in like matches. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
viewers for viewers to watch.
I think there needs to be more investment in the personalities within table
Personality.
tennis, and not just like,
I agree so much, Ash. I
yeah,
agree. I
like
agree so
what makes me watch Truls Morgard is
much.
because he's unpredictable, and
Yeah.
I feel like I have some kind of like affinity to him. I wish I could play like him. Or I see like Felix de Bruin. I see this like spectacled kid who looks like a school kid, and I'm like, wow, he's he's
Yeah.
like school kid by day, but like international table tennis star by night. And that's what for me is maybe partly because of the domination of China,
Mm,
which feels to the rest of the world like a separate, like a parallel world, and we don't know much about the players'
mm.
personalities. We don't know much about their lives. We don't. It's not like we have to know everything about what do they have for their dinner, and like you don't have to know everything, but you have to feel like I care
People
if this
need to
player wins or loses.
people
Like
need to
even if they're
know
a
the
villain, like there are some players in like soccer or other sports
yeah.
people hate. They hate this player and they hope he loses.
For example,
Um, well, you think about or certain clubs that people hate.
yeah,
People. I mean, in England, people love to see Tottenham lose. People love to see Man City lose. They because these are like, especially like Man City. They're like, oh, this is a club that's just like full of oil money, and they've bought their way to the top. They're not like a real club, and so
uh,
we want to see them lose, and that's as much as like. I mean, don't get me wrong. In football, we can get too far, and you can get into like hooliganism and like really kind of hateful stuff. So I wouldn't want to see that for table tennis. But
so of
uh,
course.
maybe a player that's like a bit of in tennis, for example, Novak Djokovic is
Mm,
kind of a frosty character. He divides opinion. Some people love
yeah.
Novak Djokovic.
Some people hate him.
Yeah, they don't like his personal beliefs. They don't like the way he sort of behaves on court. his kind of combative style, the way he talks to umpires. But yeah, we want to watch him. We still want to watch Novak Djokovic
Maybe
play.
he's kind of like Zhang Jiko, maybe.
Well, yeah,
In
that's very true. Yeah. Yeah, there's maybe we don't need another Zhang Jike kicking the sides.
just
We don't necessarily need that, but maybe some kind of play. Maybe a villain's too strong, but someone
we
who's like,
we need rivalries.
yeah, rivalries. Yeah,
Rivalries. I
yeah. You
think
think like Federer against Nadal.
Malong and Zhang Jiko.
Yeah.
Even if you're not Chinese, you can be you can just watch them play against each other, and it's already so entertaining for for all people.
Mm.
Mm.
Hello. If you've made it this far in the video, congratulations. You obviously have incredible stamina. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to Jin Young Kim for getting in touch with me. He just sent me a message on one of my videos in the comments, and then got in touch through Instagram. And you can do the same. You can contact me at Table Tennis with Ash on Instagram. If you're expecting content on my Instagram, go elsewhere. There's nothing on there. But you can message me about anything. If you just want to say hi, if you've got some suggestions, please get in touch. We did actually talk, me and Jin Young Kim, for a lot longer, but I didn't want to bore you with all of that just as the train goes by. Yeah, it was fun. Sorry for the lack of structure. That video went all over the place, and you hear a lot of my voice in it as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you all soon.